What is up, everybody? DanDanTheFireman here, and we're going to go over this motorcycle. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to laugh here, but it's a wheelie fail. He's out there practicing. I did get some info and some context and kind of the injuries involved on this one. So let's watch what happened, and then we're going to use this information so we can talk about why we need gear and why you should be doing this in a parking lot like he did. Before we jump into the analysis of this, I just want you guys to remember we do have a 2019 Honda CBR300r with ABS as the giveaway bike on this channel. So make sure you check out the link in the description and the first comment. Make sure you enter in. And, you know, if you're going to do some wheelies like this guy, do it in a parking lot. But, well, I don't know. Don't crash this new bike. Anyways, enter in to win. And we're going to get going. All right, so right away you notice he's in a parking lot. This is the area you want to do it in. You don't want to do it in traffic because now you have multiple hazards. You have cars, you have pedestrians, you have potholes, craziness that you really have no control over. When you go to a parking lot, you can do a quick scan of how the area looks, make sure, okay, nobody's around, nobody's messing around with me, I don't have to worry about cars. Boom, go ahead and play around, do some parking lot practice, either wheelies, slow U-turns, tight turns from the stops, figure eights, swerves, braking, whatever it is you want to do. Speaking of parking lot practice, I do have links in the description for that. You can go to DDFMcrew.com, and I got free parking lot practice stuff you can do. But anyways, this is where you want to do it. Now, we're going to go ahead and hit play. I'm going to go ahead and just watch a little bit of this. And I want you to understand right here, okay, we did crash. Now, this is a terrible spot, and this is exactly why we need gear. So moving on to the second portion of what I wanted to talk about is gear, okay? So if you notice right here, so he lands it, and he's probably going a little too fast for the area, and this is what a full-on panic brake does. So watch this front tire. See how it slides? So when we talk about panic braking and losing traction on that front tire, this is exactly what it looks like. So if you watch any of my other after action reviews and all of a sudden right before they hit something or right before they dump the bike, the handlebars do this, that's exactly what it looks like from the front. So very good information to just see. So, but right here, the gear portion, you see where the arms tend to go. Okay, so you got his foot right there. First impact is the foot wearing gear, and it looks like his ankle. So on motorcycle boots, they do have ankle inserts, typically D30 armor. It's that non-Newtonian fluid where it's malleable, but the moment it has an impact, it hardens up. So that might be something that you want to look into for the type of gear you get. D30, it's that orange stuff. And then his next impact is in the hand. So your hand, you know, if you have nothing on, you're going to scrape and rip pieces of flesh off. Not good. So what you want to do is wear motorcycle specific gloves because it's going to have impact protection on the hand and then on the sides and hopefully the knuckles. You know, there's some types and different types of motorcycle gear out there. The next spot is going to be the knee. You see the knee right there? You have armor impact, okay? We're not worried too much about abrasions just yet. There's the left elbow, so you have armor inserts on the left elbow in a motorcycle jacket, and his right hand went down. Okay, there we go. Now his left hip, some motorcycle jeans and pants do have hip inserts, so you want to make sure you have that. And then we're going to keep going. We're going to keep rolling. We're going to keep rolling. Now his left shoulder, you know, the forces are going to be transmitted into that. Make sure you have impact protection. And then I don't think he ever hit his head, but you're going to be bouncing around and it's not good. Now the bike is going to possibly be damaged. You're going to want to have protection for your bike, so sliders, crash guards, you know, maybe bendable levers that bend up in case of a crash, especially if you're going to be practicing. This is why stunters have huge cages on their motorcycles, because when they dump the bike, that's where it gets hit, not the actual pieces that you need, right? So I got right here what he said, and it says, I was fully at GAT. Thankfully, I dislocated and fractured my thumb and got surgery on it. Practicing wheelies, U-turns, and cornering. So this is the area you want to do it in. That's perfect, man. Been riding for years, but took about a year break, maybe two, so wanted to freshen up my skills. I think I crashed because there wasn't enough room. I panicked and slammed the front brake. There you go. See, that's exactly it. So make sure you have enough runoff if you're ever going to do parking lot practice. Make it as big as possible. There's some parking lots where I don't do swerves because I want to pick up speed and I need a long runway. Same thing with braking. But when it comes to U-turns, figure eights, tight turns from the stop, stuff like that, you can actually do that in about 3 parking spaces. So that right there, you don't need a lot of room. But yes, for swerving, for wheelies, for any type of stunting, you do want to have a large amount of room. I'm going to tell you guys right now, churches on the weekdays, schools on the weekends typically have good parking lots with a huge parking lot and they're typically open around that time. Okay, thank you Gompa Style for allowing me to use this footage and giving us some context. You know, dislocated and fractured thumb, you think about, you know, right there, a skier's thumb, breaking it, not good. So remember guys, braking, very important to do progressive brake pressure so you don't lose it. Secondly, do this in a parking lot, minimize as much hazards as possible when it came to this. Thirdly, wear full gear when you're out practicing, because things can happen on or off the street, especially if you're practicing, okay, because you're trying something new. With that said, I hope you guys ride safe, be safe, and I'll be seeing you later on the stream.